Because no one's ever taught you this, signs that a woman is actually selfish and doesn't deserve you. And I think that I need a lot of you guys to actually just take a moment and listen up and listen. I'm just trying to actually help a lot of you young men before a lot of you guys get caught up in a woman's BS and everything. And a lot of you guys, I want to prevent you guys from getting played. I want to prevent you guys from feeling like you're stupid, because people don't understand when it comes to women and the dynamics. I've always tried to stress to you young guys out here, women have a slick tongue. They have a tongue that is really slick, and sometimes they say a lot of things to you that they don't even really mean. And nobody's ever taught you guys, y'all get played, because nobody ever taught you how selfish behavior in a woman actually looks like, okay? And if you look at most women, you look at their vulnerability, you look at their softness, their curves and everything like that, you're not gonna see the action of the woman. That's why I always stress action and effort. It's so very important. And sometimes that a lot of y'all guys are looking for reliable women, and sometimes a woman is just not going to be as reliable as you wanted to be in the game. And this is why we're having these conversations, because the last thing I want from you guys, I don't want any of you guys to ever be in a situation where you feel that you're struggling with a woman and things like that. That's not what the game is about. That's not what we're here to teach you. I want you guys to realize that I don't want someone to drain you and make you start questioning yourself, make you doubt yourself, and actually make you stop believing in yourself. That's not the game. That's not what this is all about. I don't ever want any of you guys in that prime position. But for a lot of you guys out here, guys are losing money, guys are losing time, guys are actually losing confidence when it comes to all of this. They're losing clarity. And I need y'all to understand that this is not about attacking women or anything like that. It's about having a standard where you're going to realize, is this woman worth me and my time? Now, gentlemen, there's nothing wrong with doing something for a woman who has earned you doing something for, okay? A woman that's cooking for you, a woman that's buying you your favorite Nikes, a woman that's buying you the joystick, a woman that's buying you jewelry and everything like that. So that means you're in the green. So there's nothing wrong with doing something for a woman. But imagine a guy meeting a woman for the first time and everything is cool, okay? But it's weird, she's sweet when she wants something, you know what I mean? And she's soft when she wants reassurance. She's playful when she wants attention. And most of you guys are gonna get around women and feel like, she's different. There's something about this woman that's different. And then the problem is, so many guys start to plan what they feel and who they are around that woman. And when you start to plan who you are, what you feel and what you think around somebody, that's where everything goes wrong. Because this is where a lot of guys get caught up, because a lot of guys get caught up in what feels good versus if she is good. It's two totally different things, gentlemen. And when you have to feel, or you begin to start to actually edit who you are as a man, just start editing yourself over that woman because maybe you don't believe in yourself, or maybe she's doing something to you to make you feel something about yourself where you actually doubt yourself to a point where you begin to question things. And I don't want you guys ever in a position to feel like you've got to question your self-worth and who you are around a woman. That's not the game. And that's not what I want you to be a part of. I want you to be better men. I don't want you guys to struggle like most of y'all are struggling right now. So what I'm saying to many of you guys out here, because I don't want you to ever feel that we're sitting here trying to tear women down, but Many of you guys out here are always going to begin to actually edit yourself based off of what's going on, the kind of interaction that you're actually having with that woman. And all interactions are not really good interactions. And this is where the trap is at. Because when you feel that you have to actually edit yourself for a woman, that's where everything is actually going to go wrong. Because as a man, one thought, one mind, one way. We don't actually edit ourselves from women. This is who I am. I'm not trying to be something that you feel that I need to be. And so many guys out here, because these women want certain things from certain guys, this is where there's no balance in the romance. There's always just an agreed upon relationship where you feel like, okay, well, I feel like I need to be this person so I don't lose that woman. But there's certain things that women are going to do and they're going to dress things up. Because as I said before, guys, when you are a student of the game, you know your value, you know your worth, and you know what you will put up with, and you know what you won't put up with, everything begins to change at that point. Because at that point, you're saying that, you know what, I appreciate myself well enough where, a woman doesn't deserve me. Because a lot of guys are going to actually miss this because they think that when a woman is treating them a certain way, sometimes it's so hard to accept what it is happening in front of us, because we want so bad for things to work out. I want her to be with me so bad that I don't want to lose her. And in losing or having that thought, you begin to actually lose yourself, gentlemen. The question is not whether she has problems or anything, okay? The question is whether the relationship only seems to matter when the problems that she has needs a witness. That's a big difference right there. Because, again, every woman you're going to run into is going to have a bad week. And not only have a bad week, gentlemen, but every woman that you're going to talk to is going to have a bad week because of you. Yes, I said it. You are going to be the reason why she's going to have a bad week. And a lot of guys don't even know why. And the only reason she's going to have a bad week is because she's going to miss you. When she's missing you, when she's thinking about you, when she gets jealous or she gets territorial, she's going to go through certain phases in her life because of you. And it doesn't mean that because she's going through these phases that she's not going to be able to get over those phases. The phases that she's going through are phases that women are going to have when they get with a man. So her missing you, being jealous, being insecure, being needy and everything. These are phases that each and every one of you guys are going to actually go through with a woman. So I've always said, make sure you prepare yourself for that. But that's a whole totally different. See, when a woman realizes that you don't have worth, like when she recognizes the average human doesn't have worth, what's going to happen is that she is going to feel that you need to bend yourself around her. Okay, she's going to realize that, you know what, I'm not trying to connect to you. You're going to do everything to connect with me. And that is why y'all guys look at him one day and feel like everything is fine. And then the next day, all of a sudden, things are just not working out. And I get it, guys. It is such a frustrating thing for many of you guys. I get it. It's very frustrating when you feel like a woman that you're really into, a woman that you really care about, a woman that you thought in your mind was actually going to be the one, but then all of a sudden, everything begins to change. All of a sudden, that everything you realized about her was different. And all of a sudden that, guess what? There are certain things that's going to happen, gentlemen. She shows up when it benefits her. And this is where a lot of y'all guys get hooked, because she reaches out to you when she wants to go on a dinner date. She reaches out to you when she needs to move. She reaches out to you when you name it, just fill in the blank. But she never reaches out to you for sex. She never reaches out to you to ride on that thing. She never reaches out to you to say, I want to cook for you, or I appreciate everything that you've done, and I've got a good idea. Why don't you come back to my place? I would love to maybe take you out to dinner. I would love to show you my gratitude and how much you've been working for me and do things for you because I want to connect with you. And most guys don't hear that. Most guys, unfortunately, hear, can I borrow some money? Can you help me lift something? Can you help me take something somewhere? And when you're moving that way, it's not even a connection with that woman. Unfortunately, she's just using you for her own selfish needs. But as I said before, gentlemen, this is not to talk about to upset you or make you mad or make you feel a certain kind of way. This is all about what's happening to a lot of young men who don't actually have the game. And for a lot of guys out there, she has the power to really show you a level of manipulation based off of what she's feeling. Let's talk on it for a second. So it's not that women are bad. It's not that women are mean. It's just that sometimes when you're dealing with women on their terms, sometimes they just get sick of being around you. It's just I don't want to be around you, and I know it sounds really cruel, but sometimes women are just sick and tired of being around someone that they feel that every day I'm with this person, I've just got to validate him every day. And see, there's no excuse for a woman not to talk to you. Now, I've always said she has a right that she doesn't have to talk to you, but if she's actually into you, she actually cares about you, she actually wants to be a part of your world and a part of your life, then what she's going to do is reach out to you. I mean, I know a lot of guys feel that women don't do those kind of things, but they do those things, man. And those cycles that she drives y'all through is always going to make you question who you are as a guy. But you're not actually looking at the patterns in which you need to operate from a masculine perspective. There's nothing feminine about you. It's just that you're not gaming it out and you don't see that everything that you're saying and everything that you're doing is part of the problem. See, the framework is this, okay? See, it's okay to care about somebody, especially if she's on your team or she's on your roster. But your standard has to equal respect, okay? But care without a standard is always going to be the person that's going to get exploited by the woman. And that's the problem that you guys are never asking yourself and answering it honestly. Okay, am I giving because she's earning it? Or am I giving because I need her in my life and she's just sucking me out of everything? This is why we always tell you guys not to even lead with your wallet. Don't lead with your wallet. Don't sit around there and try to impress a woman with your wealth or your money or your status. You got to keep that quiet. You got to keep that low. You're never supposed to do that. And I think a lot of guys, gentlemen, I think a lot of guys do it because they feel, because the internet teaches you one thing. The internet tells you that you're not good enough. And because you're not good enough, that means that you've got to show her why you're good enough. And you don't have to do that in the game. You don't have to show a woman anything. You don't have to bend over backwards. You don't have to take her out to dinner. You don't have to kiss her ass. You don't have to beg or anything like that. What you need to do is realize who you are as a man and realize at the end of the day, if you cannot accept me for who I am, not what I have, but who I am, then you're just not the right woman for me. And I think that's the problem a lot of guys have in all of this. See, the thing is that I don't want you guys to operate like a salesman, okay? I don't want you guys to negotiate your value and your worth. And I think too many guys out there are negotiating value and worth because they don't understand. Again, this is not for you to get mad at women. This is not for you to get bitter and angry. This is just how the world works. When a woman gets around someone that she can actually control, she's going to really dog them out and control them. And I really don't want that happening to you guys out there. And that's why the game is so important. Because when you had a game and lacing it's a game and everything, you don't have to worry about all this stuff, man. See, let me tell you about the right woman, okay? The right woman is going to feel safe around you when you're more disciplined, okay? The wrong woman is always going to feel threatened by you and the game that you have. And that's what we're calling smoking her ass out, okay? The right woman is going to lean back and listen to your leadership without fighting it. The wrong woman is going to fight you on every single thing and be as difficult as possible because she's trying not only to take the kingdom, she wants the throne and she wants your crown. And she's going to do whatever it takes to get it. And that's why we have to be careful about who we talk about, what we discuss, and how we feel to move around women. Because if you can't do that and you feel that you've got to change who you are for her, then you've already lost. And that's a problem that so many young men are going through today with women, because no one's ever taught them that you don't have to give financial things, or you don't have to put up with her disrespect and her bad behavior. But remember, guys, I've always told you, if you just think about the action and effort. Now, is the action and effort to get you to buy more, or is her action and effort there to get you to spend more time? Because the thing about a man that women can't stand is a man's time is everything. And a man just doesn't give his time away freely. So once you realize that you don't give your time away freely, it's at that point where everything begins to change. The perception, the reality, everything. That's what we want, all these little small things to change. And gentlemen, when these little small things can change, okay, in you, she is no longer going to play games with you. She's only going to play games with the guy who is playing games with fear, anxiety, and worry, and all that other stuff. And I don't want that guy to be you. I see so much potential in you guys that it's a shame that you don't see it in yourself. But that's why we're here to help you guys. This is not talking about walking away from a woman, manipulating a woman, or forcing a woman to be something you want her to be. No, this is about the understanding of understanding. The more you can understand yourself, the more you appreciate yourself, the more you live in the construct of who you are, you're not going to have the problems that most guys are having, gentlemen. That's all I'm saying. At the end of the day, gentlemen, this is not about yelling or screaming. This is about you being the person that I know you are. And as long as you move the way you move, you're never going to have problems with women. And a woman is allowed to do whatever she wants. She's allowed to move the way she wants. She's allowed to think what she wants. She's allowed to do all those things. But the question that one has to ask himself, okay, is that if she's selfish and she's not a team player, then she can't be on your team. That's it. Gentlemen, that's the end of our video. It's not the end of our discussion. Guys, if you're ready to get your pathway, get it. And gentlemen, by the time you're hearing this, the mouthpiece will be on its way. The first level of the mouthpiece is going to drop. Once you get the band and everything, you will get access to the app with the game that we're going to teach you. But guys, if you're not ready for any of that, it's all good, guys. What we want you guys to do is, please, gentlemen, go ahead and soak up the videos, the audios, live shows, and just keep kicking the tires until you're ready to move outside of the prison that you're in. The choice is actually yours. But if you're not ready to do any of those things, you can go ahead and watch this video right here, this video right here. Because if you love this video, you're going to love this video that I'm pointing at right here, man. I'm the Dean. I appreciate you guys. Please appreciate yourselves. We'll talk to you later. Peace.